What does the rematch look like between Lamont and Gervonta, you think?
I like Lamont in the rematch.
You were one of the few that kind of picked Lamont to begin with. Why was that?
I sparred with Lamont. I knew that he was a good fighter. He helped me get ready for the Oscar Valdez fight. And I knew his style with Tank's style, what he was going to be able to bring to the table. I knew it. So,
did you really win 20 rounds?
I swear to God.
8, 7, power, 6, 5, power, 4, power, 3, 2, one more. Good. Hit the head. Roll under the bed. Good job.
That lawnmower, that's that. Yeah. Start that.
Gervonta Davis just dropped a crazy training video that's got the entire boxing community buzzing, including Shakur Stevenson. During an interview, Stevenson was shown the footage and couldn't hide his surprise. Wow, man, he's coming, in as serious as ever for this fight. He knows Lamont is coming for him, and he's putting in the work. In fact, Stevenson was so impressed that he actually changed his prediction for the fight after watching Davis's training footage.
Get the fuck out of here!
God, on my daughter's life, I won that much money.
How different does a rematch look in your opinion, Shakur? What adjustments do you think we see from both?
Huh?
What adjustments do we see from both in a rematch?
I think I can't tell you game plans. I could be fighting these guys, so I'm gonna keep my secrets to myself. But truthfully, they both good fighters.
Do you think it's a lot different rematch, or do you think it'll be close again?
It's gonna be a hell of a fight.
How did you see Tank in that fight? A lot of people are saying maybe he's just mentally not there. What did you see?
Yeah, seeing how hard Tank is going, I think they both have an equal shot to win. Lamont's a dog, and Tank's just as tough. So whoever shows up the best on fight night will take it, but it's always going to be a close fight. This came after. Stevenson had earlier predicted Lamont would come out on top in their rematch. A fan responded to Stevenson's shock with, "That's exactly how you'll be shocked when Tank does the ultimate damage to you." Another added, "I'm not surprised this guy is doubting Tank, but I can assure you Gervonta Davis will handle Shakur Stevenson when the time comes. Roach just got lucky in the first match. That won't happen again."
How did you see Tank in that fight? A lot of people are saying maybe he's just mentally not there. What did you see?
Nah, he was the same Tank. I don't believe that. I don't got no thought in my brain that makes me think that he wasn't the person he been all of these other fights. I think he was the same person. All this stuff that he going through stuff, everybody go through stuff, so he's the same fighter. He's going to be the...
Boxing fans had hoped that a victory for World Boxing Association lightweight champion Gervonta Davis would set up a unification showdown later this year against World Boxing Council champion Shakur Stevenson. But things didn't play out that way. Davis was held to a controversial draw against Rolando Roach, with the key moment coming in the 9th round. Tank surprised everyone when he voluntarily took a knee and retreated to his corner, but the referee chose not to count it as a knockdown. The fight went the full 12 rounds, and the judges scored it 115-113 for Davis, and 114-114 twice, resulting in a majority draw. However, Roach would have taken the win if the referee had scored that moment as a knockdown.
What do you think about the rumors of Tank and Jake fighting?
Man, Tank disrespectful to the sport if he choose that over fighting with me. I'm the best fighter in the sport. I've been telling him that. And he called cap on it. So if you gonna call cap and say I'm not who I say I am, come prove it.
We got the rematch announced today with him and Lamont Roach. I think
they announced it today?
So what do you think, considering you were...
Stevenson has now shared his take on the result on social media, saying it went exactly how he expected. "My ticket hit tonight for the people who don't know anything about boxing. The fight played out just like I thought it would." Hey, wrote. He also made it clear he's not going to criticize Tank for his performance, even though Davis poked fun at Stevenson's recent win over Josh Padley. "I'm not even going to troll on dude like he would on me, but I'm still ready, and..." willing to fight. Let's make it happen.
We got the rematch announced today with him and Lamont Roach. I think
Oh, they announced it today?
So what do you think, considering you were one of the handful of people to pick Lamont Roach, giving him a tough fight?
I think it's dangerous for him to go back in there and fight Lamont. I think Lamont is a hell of a fighter. I can see that going left. So he better be on his A.
Davis revealed in his post-fight interview that he wants an immediate rematch with Roach, meaning a potential showdown between Tank and Stevenson might not happen anytime soon. Stevenson also weighed in recently on X, saying, "And if Lamont can't get a rematch, I've got a big fight for him. A world title shot against me. That's my bro, but we definitely can make something happen. Good stuff, Roach." Earlier this week, the news boxing fans had been waiting for finally dropped. The highly anticipated rematch between Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach was officially set for August 16th in Las Vegas, Nevada. Their first fight ended in Taiwan, a majority draw, with plenty of intrigue surrounding how the rematch will unfold. Davis taking a knee in the middle of the 9th round, which was mistakenly not ruled a knockdown, suggested he might not have been in the right headspace to fight Roach. Many believe that if Tank enters the rematch fully focused, he has the ability to finish Roach before the final bell. One fighter keeping a close eye on this rematch is undefeated World Boxing Council lightweight champion Shakur Stevenson, who could face the winner of Davis vs. Roach 2 next.
Oh man, that's a good fight. That's a real good fight. I would love to see that. That's a scrappy. That'd be a scrappy fight.
Hey, give me how you compare the styles.
I got Shushu boxing a little bit more than Roach, but Roach can box. But
Stevenson has a long history of tension with Tank Davis. During a May 16th interview with Fight Hub TV, he sent a blunt message to Davis about how he should approach the upcoming rematch. "I think it's dangerous for him to go back in there and fight Lamont," Stevenson said when asked about Davis's chances. "I think Lamont is a hell of a fighter. I can see that going left for Davis, so he better be on his A game." While Davis has remained quiet since his March 1st fight against Roach, that silence might mean he's already focused and locking in for the rematch.
Nope. I can't go with the winner right there. You know what I'm saying? We got to give Lamont Roach credit right now, because we just compared him to two of the top welterweights. I mean, junior welterweight, junior lightweight fighters.
Roach Jr. entered the fight as a massive underdog, with almost no one backing him to win. Everyone expected Davis to chase him down effortlessly, like a flash chasing a turtle. But in one of the biggest twists in recent boxing history, the WBA, super featherweight champion matched Davis's skill, power, and durability punch for punch. Instead of the predicted Davis victory, the fight ended in a majority draw. Shakur Stevenson seems so confident in Lamont Roach's abilities that he even placed a bet on the fight going the full 12 rounds.
Like Lamont was on point.
Why you think that is, though? Because usually we know Tank is the guy that, he'll fight, he'll walk you down. We seen what he did to Frank Martin, we seen what he did to, I would say, Rolly and Ryan, he boxed more, caught them in counters, but we seen him walk a lot of guys down, Mario Barrios. Why you think it went like that in terms of the fighting? Because
I feel as though Tank didn't understand or realize how good Lamont was, so he kind of was sleeping on him, and I felt as though Lamont was catching him when he was unexpected.
He was so confident that despite his rivalry with Gervonta Davis, Stevenson went to watch the fight live at the Barclays Center. You could say that his deep knowledge of Lamont Roach, gained during their amateur days, gave him an edge. While many great amateur talents fade as professionals, Roach hasn't been one of them. Stevenson himself attested to this. Speaking on Cigar Talk, Stevenson, who has been chasing a unification bout with Davis, said he feels the challenger actually won the fight.
He had good moments, but I feel like when he was boxing boring, he was more so in control. That's when he was kind of like in control of the fight for me. And when he kind of like tried to fight, I felt like Lamont was on point.
Why you think that is, though? Because usually we know Tank is the guy that, you know, he'll fight, he'll walk you down. We seen what he did to Frank Martin, we seen what he did to, I would say, well, Rolly and Ryan, he boxed more and caught them in counters, but we seen him walk a lot of guys down, Mario.
I saw Lamont winning. I really felt like he was in control of the fight, Stevenson said. Tank had good moments, especially when he was boxing more cautiously. He seemed more in control then. But when he tried to get more aggressive, I felt like Lamont was sharper and on point. Stevenson, who's held the World Boxing Council belt since late 2023, believes Davis underestimated Roach. I feel like Tank didn't really understand or realize how good Lamont was. He was kind of sleeping on him. Lamont was catching him when he wasn't expecting it. Tank would throw punches, but he's not used to having certain things come back at him. When those counters started coming, it caught him by surprise.
You think he got hurt in the fight?
Hell yeah, for sure. Matter of fact, it was a part of the fight where Tank threw a left hand, he caught Lamont. And Lamont, as he was throwing his left hand, he kind of got hit, but he threw right back.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
He wobbled Tank. And, Tank felt his power.
So, all right, based on that fight, like, you know, obviously, you versus Tank is, everybody been saying they want to see it. We don't know if it's ever going to happen, whatever the case is, but based on that fight, obviously, you've been saying you think you're going to win, but based on that fight,
When asked if his opponent was hurt during the fight, Shakur had no doubt. Hell yeah, for sure, he said. There was a moment when Tank threw a left hand, caught Lamont, and Lamont fired right back, and he wobbled Tank. Tank definitely felt his power. Many boxing fans agree that the lightweight division is currently the most compelling weight class in the sport. Not only does it feature some of the world's best pound-for-pound fighters, but it's also home to larger-than-life personalities and superstars. Two of the biggest stars in this division are Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Shakur Stevenson, two undefeated fighters who have been circling each other for years.
But based on that fight, obviously, you've been saying you think you're going to win, but based on that fight, what do you see if you was in there?
I can't give out no game plans. I know that I'm the best boxer on the planet. And none of these guys could beat me. And I'm going to keep saying it, and that's how I feel. But as far as the fight, if he wants to fight me, we can get it done. We can do that next. But if he don't want to fight me, I can go fight Lamont, and I can show the difference between me and him.
If Davis gets past Lamont Roach in their August rematch, there's a real chance the boxing world will finally see Tank and Shakur face off in the ring. Ring Magazine recently released its lightweight rankings. While there technically isn't a ring lightweight champion right now, Gervonta Davis holds the #1 spot, Keshin Davis is #2, and Stevenson is ranked 3rd. When asked about these rankings during a May 16th interview with Fight Hub TV, Stevenson didn't hold back. The guy at #1 is someone who just had a draw in his last fight, Stevenson said. So then, what are we even talking about? It's not really worth discussing. It is what it is. I ain't tripping. It's funny to me. It's all jokes. None of that stuff matters. July 12th is the main concern. As long as I'm locked in and focused on my job, that's all that matters.
If he wants to fight me, we can get it done. We can do that next. But if he don't want to fight me, I can go fight Lamont, and I can show the difference between me and him. And Lamont may think differently too. He may feel as though, you know, when he get in there with me, that he gonna beat me or do the same that he did tonight with me. And let's see. I think it'll make for an intriguing matchup, and it'll be a hell of a fight.
Do you think he'll ever fight you?
Lamont or Tank?
Nah, Tank.
Yeah, I think he don't got no choice. I think that...
Hopefully, Davis and Stevenson will eventually face off so fans can finally get a definitive answer on who truly deserves to lead the lightweight rankings. Gervonta "Tank" Davis took the first blemish on his professional record with a controversial majority draw on Saturday night at the Barclays Center. One judge scored the fight 115-113 in favor of Davis, while the other two had it 114-114, resulting in the draw. The crowd of 19,250 fans loudly expressed their displeasure, booing the decision. Passionately,
I could have stopped him. It's me. It's me. Definitely my fault. Definitely.
With the draw, Davis, 30-01, retained his WBA lightweight title, while Roach, 25-12, walked away with a major boost in respect, even if he didn't walk away as a two-division champion. I'm a little disappointed in the decision. I thought, I pulled it out, said Roach, whose WBA junior lightweight belt wasn't on the line. That's what two skilled fighters do. Go in there and show off their craft. I definitely thought I won, but we can run it back. Davis also believed he had done enough. I think I pulled it out in the last 3 rounds for sure, he said.
To get the victory over a spectacular fighter. I told y'all from the beginning, man, that I got the skills to pay the motherfucking bills. I've been telling y'all.
I was catching him with some clean shots. I felt like I was breaking him down as the rounds went on, but he kept coming, so I didn't want to make mistakes. I kept it cautious, Davis explained. CompuBox stats painted a picture of Roach's work rate and efficiency. The 29-year-old challenger outworked Davis over 12 rounds, landing 112 of 400 total punches. Davis, meanwhile, connected on 103 of his 279 attempts. Davis did hold a slight edge in power shots, landing 93 of 210, compared to Roach's 87 of 252. However, the most talked about moment wasn't a punch. It was a bizarre sequence in round 7. Seconds into the round, Davis voluntarily took a knee after a jab from Roach and ran to his corner, asking for help wiping his face. Davis later explained that chemicals from his hair had dripped into his eyes, impairing his vision. Referee Steve Willis did not rule the moment a knockdown, which became one of the most controversial decisions of the night.
But it's all right. You know what I mean? You live and you learn. I definitely could have. That was on me too. That was on me for sure. Because I ain't pick it up when I was supposed to pick it up. And
Willis initially began counting what appeared to be a knockdown, getting to 2, before abruptly changing course and allowing Davis to return to his corner for assistance. This move broke WBA rules, as it allowed Davis to be illegally tended, to buy his corner during an active round. Had referee Steve Willis ruled it a knockdown, or penalized Davis's team for interfering, it could have resulted in a 10-8 round in favor of Roach, potentially securing him the win. Instead, the controversial moment preserved the scorecards that led to the majority draw. Roach voiced his frustration after the fight. It should have been a knockdown. If that was a knockdown, I win the fight. He's saying grease got in his eye. But if he takes a knee and the ref starts counting, it should be a knockdown. Davis's explanation only fueled the crowd's anger, leading to another round of boos in the Barclays Center. Still, Davis brushed it off. It's all cool, he said.
And I'm just glad I got to show it, honestly. I'm glad I got to show it. I appreciate, like I said before, I appreciate true boxing media. Some guys that didn't count me out. So that's just how I feel, man. I think I won. And,
They love you, then they hate you, then they love you again. You know how it goes. From the very start, it was clear both fighters, who had met twice before as young amateurs, held a deep respect for each other. Neither seemed eager to take unnecessary risks or walk into a counterpunch. Davis, 30, from Baltimore, began to increase his activity in the second round, throwing sharp 1-2 counters. Meanwhile, Roach kept up his steady, disciplined pressure, forcing Davis to work hard, but offering very little opening for counters.
I could have definitely did more. Definitely did more. Just a lot going on. But again, it was myself, you know.
Anyone doubting whether Roach was a serious threat to pull off the upset would have been convinced by the 7th round. In that round, Roach landed a sharp counter right hand that caught Davis awkwardly on the right side of his face as he tried to turn away. The punch visibly wobbled Davis for a moment, but he stayed disciplined and kept his composure. Roach clearly understood the danger of overcommitting. He'd seen many fighters get knocked out trying to press their advantage against Davis. So, instead of rushing, he stuck to his measured approach. Roach found continued success in the 8th round, with both fighters exchanging powerful rear hand shots. However, it was Roach's right hand that landed harder and did more damage than Davis's left, despite Davis being the southpaw.
But you gotta go to the gym and, get back to the drawing board and, train a little harder.
So, it was a lesson learned. Shout out to Lamont Roach and his whole team. Hopefully, we can run it back in New York. Let's do it again, baby, Davis said. Roach, clearly enjoying the vindication from his performance, agreed. Both fighters have unfinished business to settle.
You showed the world that you didn't back down because, of course, leading into the fight, like folks were like saying, oh, Tank's opponents get intimidated and everything like that. But, of course, like you said in the press conference, you ready to boogie. Because you already knew what it was, between you and Tank. So
afterwards, Davis showed respect for Roach, whom he had beaten twice in their amateur days, but now had to settle for a draw against in the pros. Lamont is a great fighter. He's got the skills, like I said before, and the punching power, Davis said.
As far as like going back and forth with Tank, as far as like throwing more combinations over the course of those rounds.
I just think, going into the fight, I knew I had what it takes. Like I said, I knew I had a chin. I spar guys that were like junior middleweights, like current champions that was at that weight. So I know I can take a punch. He's twitchy in there.
Gervonta is a great fighter, Roach said. I thank him for the opportunity to show all the people doubting me, the fake boxing media, and fans talking trash. That narrative got flipped upside down, even though I didn't get the official win. Tonight, it's a win for me in my book, but we're not satisfied with that. We need a real W. What do you think about Shakur Stevenson's take on Gervonta Tank Davis? Do you believe Tank now stands an equal chance against Lamont Roach Jr.? And if both Davis and Stevenson win their upcoming fights, do you think we'll see them face off toward the end of the year? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear from you. That's all for now. For the latest updates, news, and highlights from the world of boxing, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss our quality content. Until next time, peace.